For some of you, it should actually be to change physicality. You change from New York to California. You can change states, but mostly it's a state of mind. The whole concept of flow reminds you of the law of impermanence, asserting that change is the only constant in life. In a continual process of release and renewal, you cycle in phase with nature's rhythms. Well, we've kind of lost sight of the fact that there is nature, and certainly that it's got a rhythm, and it does have a rhythm. If you are resistant to the flow of life in the patterns as well as its unpredictability, you may well encounter unnecessary stress or struggle, or overlook fresh opportunities presenting themselves. So I'm going to stop there for a minute. Look back on just the past 6 hours. In your resistance, what did you overlook? In your stress and struggle, did you miss an opportunity that was right there for you? Opportunities are all around. What did you miss? You can't control the river of life. Therefore, it's wise to yield to the momentum of the naturally arising circumstances. Water is the largest component of our planet Earth and our human bodies. Red Moon advocates hydrate your cells, bathe your bodies, cry your tears, claim your sanctity, claim your sacredness. Go with the flow of your soul and celebrate all the wonderful and various manifestations of water, moonlight, oceans, clouds, rainstorms, tears, and honor those great resources. All right, so that was the red moon part of it. The cosmic, because it's a red cosmic part. If it's a red cosmic moon, excuse me. All right, let me tell you about the cosmic, because, I don't know, I think this stuff is important. So important, too, that I hydrate myself. Just a second. All righty then, cosmic. It's actually called the 13th tone, and some of you who request your cosmic signature, go online. Go online. Make a little appointment to learn about your cosmic signature, because perhaps today is your cosmic signature. So today, okay, the tone is cosmic, and the words have to do with endure, transcend, and presence. And it's a 13. A 13's involved here. 13 signifies the expansive spirit of the ascending spiral. Some of your lives are spiraling out of control. Some are in a downward spiral. But the essence of you would like to be on the ascending spiral. That's what it's about. And so this ushers in the supreme revelation of the fourth dimensional reality. It's a whole different order of things that those of you who are the tone cosmic would usher in. So in effect, this would be telling me, like if I were reading quietly in the morning, wow, this is a day for me to transcend things, transcend something, a long-standing fear, something that you don't want to put down because it's been with you so long, it's painful to put it down. You know, it's the small things that are getting us. Over the weekend, I had an opportunity to purchase something from someone. My nature is so sensitive. I don't want to ask you for a bargain. I don't like to bargain. I don't want to hurt your feelings. If you need that, okay. And I go through this gymnastics of nonsensical garbage. And as I was driving to the meeting for 40 minutes, I simply, every time thoughts came up of my old self, I simply said, drop it, put it down, drop it, drop it, drop it. by the time I got to the meeting, I was pretty dang centered. And the result was I got what I was supposed to get for the best price ever, because I left an old pattern of inhibitions. I let it go. Now, will I probably have to work on it a little bit more? Yeah, I can actually remember back as a tiny tot, 3 years old, carrying the same inhibition. So our stuff is subtle that's getting us. But boy, this day, cosmic day, take a look at it. Transcend it. And if you're living consciously, it's much easier. And if you're present, the essence of you will move through your misguided manifestations to bring you manifestations that you're really wanting. And the tone 13 can embody qualities of all the previous tones. Well, that's kind of jumping you forward because you don't know what the heck the previous tones are. I'll tell you this, they're pretty darn spectacular. So every moment, what this tone is telling you, you are presented with the opportunity to transcend seeming limitations, to elevate your thoughts and behaviors beyond your conditioned responses. What are your conditioned responses? When I spoke with the gal on the phone who was butting head to head with the teenage daughter about the possibility of moving, forget moving the bed. Why are you building downstairs? You don't like living in the pocket of the country that you're living in. And the conditioned response was, I can't do that. And the humor is, she has family in the pocket where she'd like to go. It's like, but it's conditioned response, and this is how we get trapped. So this whole day is really about transcending these limitations. If you will drop your thoughts, forget elevating them, just drop them, and orient yourself to the present. You'll actually feel a sense of expansion. It's hard to express it because you have to feel it, but you actually almost feel as if you have wings and as if you could fly. So it's a day for personal clarity, kids, and you can do it. You can do it. If anybody would like to call in these last few minutes, we've got an open line. And let me give you that number. I am Elaine Bartlett, 321-806-3159. And I do have to chuckle because it is a don't do day. So you callers must be having a don't do day yourself. Poor kids. It's all right. Those days happen. Let me see if I have to warn you about any other don't do day. Yeah. It's so funny. It's a don't do day, and it's bad for Rooster today. So Rooster says, speak up, sing your song. And people are having challenges speaking up and singing their song. All right. So here we go. And the 21st. That's today. Oh, the 21st. All right, the next Don't Do Day, but it's not going to be as serious as this one, is actually, isn't that ducky, Sunday the 26th. So now there's all sorts of cautionary flags about that day because we've got the new moon, we've got the eclipse, we've got Mars and Uranus joining, and on top of it we have a Don't Do Day, and the animal sign that has to have a little heads up for this is tiger. So you tigers, would you mind your business and don't go stalking anybody as a tiger that day because you're not going to have good fortune. All right. I'm going to share a little couple of words of wisdom from my spiritual law today. And somebody's going to need something out there. So I'm going to open up to who needs what and be a conduit for that information to reach your heart right now. Oh, that's interesting. And the law is, I am non-resistance. What you resist persists. Fighting fire with fire produces more fire. Resistance fosters a sense of separation, thus diminishing and restricting the natural flow of energy. The law of non-resistance does not pit force against force. It implores the soul to incorporate non-violence as a way of life, relying on inner strength to rise above adverse conditions. Make the effort to operate with loving awareness of your oneness with all. All life, all. Non-resistance is irresistible. People have a great deal of difficulty moving into non-resistance. Again, it's the training. It's the ego that gets in the way. My way's the right way. My way's better. I know better. And they it kind of circles back to the flow. You stepped out of the flow of the river, and you get dried up that way. You get to look like a prune. You get to be unhappy. You get to have kidney issues. You get to have all sorts of stuff when that non-resistance is not in place properly, and you're focusing from a point of resistance. Okay. If somebody would like to call in, I'm going to tell you, you'll get a little mini insight, personalized, so you can call in. And if you can't still call in because you just can't, then there's going to go out a universal insight. So I'm going to just take a second here and get you right where you need to be with this. Oh, okay. Well, that's very interesting. All right. I believe somebody's calling in for their special insight. Hi there.
Hey, Elaine, it's Solange. How you doing?
I'm good, Solange. Did you hear me saying call in?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because here's what it is. Now, although it's for everyone, it's really, really for you, okay? Now, it's for everyone because we're all under the law of one, okay?
Uh-huh.
The message is there's a massive breakthrough coming for you. Massive. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You have to take the risk of shattering old patterns and limitations because those are keeping your energy from flowing more fully.
Okay.
And once you take the risk and begin to shatter the old pattern, and it could be as simple as a thought, a way of I don't know, a way of doing business, a way of expressing yourself, but it will give you such a rush of vitality and empowerment that you will be astounded. Have you just vaguely even felt like you need a breakthrough?
Not really. That is like, okay, I don't. I really can get that.
Yeah, I know. I know your energy is very consistent, and I know what you're doing. So it is sort of surprising that I'm telling you, there's going to be a breakthrough. Now, it could also be a bit in front of you in the next 9 days or 9 weeks, and I can't tell you which. Okay? And
Okay.
the breakthrough, to me, almost feels more like a psychological breakthrough.
Oh.
Okay? So maybe just seeing the whole adventure of life from a different perspective.
Okay.
Anything that has felt thick and dense, that's what's going to be broken through.
Okay.
All right.
I came back from my trip, and I was very, I was happy, my energy, everything was great, and then I got this plague that I can't get rid of it. It's just like a cough, and it's been a month already, and